Pleased to be joined by one of the top wide receivers in the country, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Amon-Ra, back in September, you guys sent a letter to the governor, Gavin Newsom, pleading with him to ease the restrictions so that the Trojans could play in 2020. And it was 9 days later that the Pac-12 announced that it would play during the pandemic. That had to make you happy. And also, it had to be frustrating sitting back watching other teams play.
Yeah, it was. I remember, sitting at home. It was the first week of us not playing and, other colleges playing. I was sitting at home and I was thinking to myself, I've never sat at home and not played football for as long as I can remember. I mean, I've always had a season when other people had a season. So I was sitting at home watching games, knowing that I won't have a game tomorrow or the next week after that. So I wondered, I knew there was something that we can do as a team, and I got together with some of the guys on the team, talked to Coach Eldon, and we came up with a letter, and the rest is history.
You guys open up the season November the 7th at LA Coliseum against the Sun Devils. Amon-Ra, what can we expect from that football game?
It's going to be a good game. ASU is a really good team. Obviously, they got some new coaches, some new identities. So, we're ready, but we know what to expect. They're going to be a great team. We prepared really hard for them. So it's going to be a good game.
Now, the book on you, aside from your talent, is your strong competitive nature and your hunger to be the best. You're the youngest of three brothers, one of which is a wide receiver at Stanford, the other playing in the National Football League for the Green Bay Packers, also a wide receiver. Were they role models for you?
Yeah, growing up, being the youngest, you're naturally going to be slower, less athletic, less stronger than your older brothers and your two older brothers. So whatever it was we were doing, I was always, trying to compete to beat them, whether it was pick up basketball, one-on-one, video games, and Monopoly, whatever it was. I was always trying, had to push a little extra harder to beat them because I was obviously the youngest. So I think that's where I get my competitive nature from, is just being the youngest brother, having to always push a little extra harder growing up with them. And just being with my dad. My dad has taught us a lot, all three of us. He was a bodybuilder. He was very competitive himself. So he just, built that into us to be very competitive.
Yeah, your father, no stranger to the big stage, a former Mr. Universe in bodybuilding and a winner of 3 world titles back in the 80s. I imagine he put you through the odd workout or two?
Yeah, he has. Growing up, he was the one that, I think I started lifting when I was about 7 years old. PVC pipes, yeah, bench press, just to get my form down. Started lifting at a really young age. So all three of us did. And he's like our trainer. Growing up, he would do everything with us, whether it was soccer practice, basketball practice, football practice. He was always there right by our side, watching us, supporting us, trying to make us better.
Well, aside from your athletic ability, you're a business admin major with a GPA over 3. You're fluent in both German and French. C'est magnifique. Have you thought about life after football? What does that look like for you?
Yeah, I've my dad is an entrepreneur, and I've been around him my whole life. So I myself would love to be an entrepreneur as I grow up. But just, being at SC, being able to meet so many new people, connect with so many different people here is awesome for me. That's why I chose USC, is because life after football, I understand that football doesn't last forever, whether you have a 10-year career, 15-year career, or maybe even a 3-year career in the NFL, football is going to end for all of us one day. And, life after football is huge. So as, me and our family, my mother really preached education for us growing up. She was really tough on us in the education field. She would make sure we'd always get our homework done, come home, do extra readings, whatever and whatnot. So I understand the importance of education. And like I said, football doesn't last forever. So I want to make sure that after football, I have something to fall back on.
And I understand that you spent some time in Paris, in France.
I did, yeah. So it was my 3rd grade year. I think my other brothers were maybe in 4th grade and 5th grade. I just went to semester abroad and went to school in France, in Paris. And it was one of the most exciting times, most fun times in my life. You can even ask my brothers; they'll probably say the same thing. It was very different, I would say, than out here, school. We didn't have any car. We walked to school every day. Very different from out here. You drive everywhere. So we were really close to school, walked to school every day. Wednesdays, you didn't have school. You had school from Monday, Tuesday, then Wednesday and Friday. And then Saturday, you have a half day. So it's completely different, but I really enjoyed it. Got to meet a lot of new people, new culture, and it was awesome.
Would you say that some of these life experiences have really kind of grounded you and just sort of made you the person that you are? Not everybody has, the opportunity, the luxury to do some of the things that you have done. But would you say that it's really shaped you into the person that you are today?
Definitely, I would definitely say that. I'm blessed to have the parents that I have that have traveled me and my brothers around the world to get to see different areas of life. And I mean, I remember reading something that when you learn different languages and live in different parts of the country, you activate a different part of your brain. And I think for me and my brothers, we definitely, got to see different parts of life and different cultures. So we really see life in a different kind of view sometimes in certain aspects.
Well, they've certainly done a good job.
Yeah. Thank you.
The game is November 7th. It's a 9 a.m. kickoff from LA Coliseum, USC hosting Arizona State. We'll be watching. Thanks so much for the time.
Thank you so much.